Your favorite show is back for Season 6, and while we wait for the new episodes to drop, we'll be looking at some of the deleted scenes from the show that never made it to the final cut. So, let's look at a number of censored clips from all 5 seasons of the series, and as to why Outlander had to censor these scenes, as well as why Season 6 had to be reshot. So, stay tuned. Why was Season 6 reshot? Outlander the series, created by Ronald D. Moore, has already been renewed for Season 6 and 7. The filming has officially wrapped, and Season 6 is scheduled to be released in 2022 and will be based on Breath of Snow and Ashes. Production for Outlander Season 6 was supposed to start in May 2020, but was delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Production finally began in February of 2021. Recently, Sam Heughan, who plays the role of Jamie Mackenzie Fraser, spoke at New York Comic-Con about the filming process, revealing to the interviewers and to the fans of the show the reason behind why Outlander Season 6 took so long to film. The actor revealed that the actors and the production team had to rearrange and reshoot some scenes of the upcoming season of the Star's history drama due to the recent pregnancy of its leading star, Catriona Balfe. He said, when they knew, they had to really move everything around so we could shoot her before she got too big. And, let me tell you, she got big. She did really well, but we had to shoot some out of sequence. We shot episodes 1 and 3, then had to shoot 6 or 7, then it jumped back to 4, and we did a bunch of reshoots as well at the end. Catriona, who plays the role of Claire Beauchamp Randall Fraser, also revealed details about the shooting process at the convention, saying that the scenes were shot trickily without showing off her baby bump. Why were these scenes deleted from the show? Deleted Scene 1. In this deleted scene from the 5th season of the show, Brianna, played by Sophie Skelton, is seeking advice from Jamie about bringing Roger back to normalcy after his tragic and traumatic incident. Brianna questions Jamie on how to bring someone back to a normal life, to which Jamie asks if she and Roger are still not talking. To this, Brianna reveals that he can talk, but he's just choosing not to, and due to this conflict, she lost her temper. Jamie then advises his daughter, saying that if two people love each other, nothing can tear them apart, including pain, death, or time. Brianna, although hesitant, chooses to accept his advice. Many people want to see Jamie and Bree interact more, and are frustrated that a scene like this had to be filmed, but then cut out. Eventually, the conversation returns to Jamie and Claire, with them being the central characters of this story. People love to see other characters and their plot lines, but most agree that Jamie and Claire's relationship is essentially the main plot of the show. Secondary characters are only appealing when they relate to Claire and Jamie's characters, such as the case with Roger and Bree and their children, Marsali and Fergus, Jenny and Ian, etc. This is true for most viewers. When the plot moves away from Jamie and Claire, it doesn't add much to the show. Deleted Scene number 2. In this deleted scene, we get a chance to see Jamie and Roger bond a bit. This scene is from Outlander Season 5, Episode 10, when Brianna is kidnapped by Stephen Bonet. Jamie and Roger have set a trap for him, and it's just before when they're in Wilmington to get a sword for Roger. In this deleted scene, we get to see Jamie and Roger duel in the street. However, they do not really quarrel, as to the actions and words between the two men make it clear that they are friends. This duel isn't an actual fight, but more about them bonding and testing the new sword, and in addition, Jamie testing Roger's skills as a fighter. It presents a playful quarrel between the men, and we can see that a friendship has developed between the two of them in this duel. Of course, the big question for many is why this scene was not included in the episode. It's because the show gave us a look at Jamie and Roger's relationship bonding and growth in other ways. This scene deviated from the plot and put much of the focus on Jamie and Roger rather than Jamie and Brianna. Of course, this scene could have been fun to add a little bit of playfulness in the episode. It makes sense that it was cut since it didn't add anything to the story though. Deleted Scene number 3. In this deleted scene, we get to learn more about Ulysses. Those who want to know more about the existing supporting characters of the show will love this deleted scene. This scene gets into the story of how Ulysses found himself enslaved by the Cameron household, including the fact that he was born a free man. In the scene, Ulysses confides in Jamie and Claire about his tragic backstory. He reveals to them how his father died and that his mother had to both herself and him in order to survive. After her death, he was sold to a scholar who found Ulysses to be intelligent and taught him French and mathematics. This deleted scene is a part of Outlander Season 5, Episode 12. It's basically a goodbye to this character, as he comes to the realization that he needs to leave Jocasta because of his act of saving her life. Later in the episode, we find out that he's headed to England with Lord John Grey. Looking at this objectively, it's understandable why this scene was deleted, since this scene was undoubtedly unnecessary for the actual story. Cleverly acted by Colin McFarlane, as he gives us more details about a character we haven't seen enough of. It's still not the most significant scene for the overall plot of the last 2 episodes. Deleted scene number 4. This deleted scene from the 3rd season of Outlander shows a conversation between Jamie and Claire in the form of pillow talk as they reunite in a brothel, and Jamie learning more about what Claire professionally does in her future. Claire shares what a surgeon does with her time and how she saves people in hospitals, which Jamie later saw with his own eyes. Seeing Claire and Jamie embrace each other could have been good for the development of their relationship, and although this scene provided some romantic growth between them, as well as a brief capture of what the two have been up to, it can be agreed that this scene didn't add much to the plot. It didn't help that some of the scenes that came before and after served the same purpose. While showing interest and love for each other, the scene's purpose had already been utilized throughout the season. The only thing that could have not been deleted from the episode was the two talking about the feelings between them. There was a moment back in Outlander Season 1 when Jamie asked if the feelings between him and Claire were normal. During this deleted scene of Outlander Season 3, both agreed that the feelings were still there. It's something that the fans would have appreciated seeing in the final cut. Deleted scene number 5. If you've ever seen Season 1 of Outlander, you know that Gellis Duncan is a fierce friend of Claire Fraser, but she's also unpredictable. She has a dark, dangerous side, which she's not afraid to take out in Claire's new husband, Jamie Fraser, as we learn from this scene. This deleted scene from Episode 9, The Reckoning, comes after the infamous spanking scene, where Jamie beats Claire after she disobeys him and tries to escape. Following this incident, Jamie is banished from their room by Claire, and he ends up encountering Gellis at Castle Lock. Gellis tells Jamie to stop hiding in the corners and tells him it's the smell of his sweat that gave him away, before confronting him about his new wife Claire, warning him not to lay hands on Claire again, or he would use a potion to punish him. It is very easy to see why this was cut from the episode. It's not a well-known fact that Gellis makes potions that could kill a man, and that she's not afraid to use them. If that were the case, she would probably have immediately been charged with Arthur's death. In fact, this incident would have exposed her hand prematurely. Also, her refusal to accept what was considered normal punishment at the time may also have revealed her origins. Moreover, Jamie needed to come to his apology on his own, and without interference from someone else. Knowing that it was her threat that made him change would have reduced the impact of the growth this character made, as well as the authenticity of his relationship with Claire. And there you have it. Everything you needed to know about the censored scenes from Outlander and why Season 6 had to be reshot. Be sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Are you excited about Season 6? What did you think about these deleted scenes? Which scene should have made its way into the final cut? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.